Hi there, so I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on gel liners. They are my favorite liners and I'm just going to show you why. This one is Maybelline Eye Studio. It's just this little thing in black. This is the brush that it came with, and I've talked about this before. The brush works okay, but it kind of gets a little, I don't know, like a little gunky very easily, and I don't know, it's just not my favorite brush ever, but that's the one it comes with, and you could use it to kind of just go right there, but it's not one that I recommend, so I'm going to move on. Also, I like the MAC fluid line better than this Maybelline stuff, but I mean, this is like at CVS and it's like $9 versus this is at MAC and it's like $17. And this one is in Blitz and Glitz, and you can tell I've kind of used it, but a little of this goes a really, really long way. And I'll show you what I like to do with it usually. My favorite brush to use is this small angle by Sigma E65. I absolutely love it. You're just going to dab really just a little bit of stuff in there. I mean, you can't really tell that it's on there, but... And if you're going to do your waterline with gel liner, I like it because it just doesn't hurt my eyes. I would never use a liquid there, but pencil or gel. But I like this because it's really hard to do because I can't see. It just kind of goes exactly the same direction as your eye. And I just like to get it on there, and sorry, my eyes are wet. And you can smudge it with this brush too, just kind of, you just want to kind of blend it into your lash line. I don't put eyeliner underneath because your eyes water, humidity, sweat, heat, it kind of bleeds. So I'm just not a huge fan of putting it underneath. But if you have sensitive eyes, you need to check and make sure that whatever you put on your waterline doesn't irritate you first, because it's obviously like right on your eye. But like, that's my favorite to do. I love the waterline. That's what I do on brides too. And I mean, you can do it with the pencil, same thing. And that way, if your eyes water and stuff, I feel like it naturally smudges. And you know, you can just go like this just to make sure, and you know, nothing comes off, versus if you put it underneath any humidity or anything, it's just gonna like get everywhere and it's just not nice. I like this brush from Sigma too. I'm gonna do one eye with this brush and one eye with the angled brush. So I'm just gonna dip it in here, just a little bit, just like on the tip. You can kind of see. It's gonna be really hard to do this because I can't the video. Let me see if this helps. And then I just start in the middle and just small strokes. And then you can tell, I mean, this brush is good because it's fine tipped. And I usually do just from about the middle out, just so it creates kind of a, frames your eye. My mascara is already done, which normally I would never do my eyeliner if my mascara was done, but I did a video earlier today, so sorry about that. And then if you want to go over, you just want to stay as close to your lash line as possible, and just short strokes. Like, you don't have to draw the perfect line. And this gel liner is really nice because it does blend. So even the leftover stuff you can get in there and just go like that, just sweep it back and forth. And you can already tell. And then, I mean, if you wanted to go underneath and really, if you were scared about your waterline, you could get in with this brush and just kind of just rub right there in between your lash line, because that's basically what you want to do, is get it in your lash line, so that way it just looks smudged and whatever. So now I'm going to use my Sigma, this little angle brush, and the MAC fluid line, and just a little bit, like I said. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this on video. Close your eye, and then you can start right here. And I like this brush because it goes along with the angle. And like I said, you just really keep rubbing. I mean, it's not really, just short strokes over into the middle of the eye. If you wanted to go all the way, you know, with it, just make sure you do a little bit of an amount. And this brush is nice because this way it's angled like, you know, like this, and then if you're going from the inside of your eye that way, then I would use the opposite and use the really pointed side first. It's really hard to show this on a video because the mirror is like super far away from me and the camera isn't. So like I said, that's it. And then you can see me just, that's a good thing with this gel liner is you can smudge it, you can move it, you can get a Q-tip, and if you know, mess up a little bit with liquid eyeliner, once it's on, it's on. Good luck. So, and you can make it thicker at the edge or whatever, but it just takes the smallest amount. I mean, I know this isn't, you can't really see, but like I've used this forever and you can't even tell, and it's just a really tiny little, you know, little canister of stuff. And if I wanted to just use this brush again, and if I were worried about sensitive waterline or whatever, then I could just use this and just go right on the edge, just with the brush in the same angle that it is, you know, against your eye. And you can already tell it just frames it some. So I don't really know if that helps, but I hope it does. Like I said, this brush is like my absolute favorite. It just really lets you get in there and make like a smudgy line without it being perfect. That little skinny brush works great too. And you can even do a little bit of smudging with that. It's just more precise, which, I mean, either one works great. I use both. A brush like this isn't like that great to use with gel liner just because it's kind of too thick and blunt, but I mean, if you put liner, like pencil eyeliner down here, you could always take this brush and do that just to kind of smoke it out. MAC, these two are MAC brushes. It's just like a little thin one. It's kind of too long almost, so it doesn't work as well as like this Sigma short one does, if that makes sense. And this is the other MAC one that I originally bought, and it's just really thin, if you can tell, versus like the Sigma one. I don't know if you can see the difference. Like this, you just have to be way more precise with it. I've talked about it before, but like, I mean, this is why I love gel liner. Just put a little, I mean, if you can see what I'm doing, it's not all gooped up on the bottom, and then you just, I mean, you can do a pretty great line with it, and you can smudge it. If you want it thicker, or if you want it thinner in a spot. I mean, it's really versatile, and I like it. It's not harsh. L'Oreal has one, like the hip gel liner. Like I said, I love this MAC in Blitz and Glitz. It's like my all-time favorite product because it's like grayish, blackish. You can't really tell. I mean, it's just not as harsh as like the just pure black is. So I definitely recommend it. I think it stays on better than pencils. I think it's easier to work with than pencils, because even with the pencil, like I feel like if you're just gonna try and do like a straight line on your eyelash, sometimes you just get, I don't know, it just doesn't work as well sometimes, especially if you have lashes and they get in the way and then it goops up. The brush and the gel is really good because it just creates a really smooth line. And like I said, liquids I like, but I would never recommend for just anyone because they are difficult to use, and I really hope that helps. And like I said, I would really try the gel eyeliners if I were you, and just try to find like a small angled brush or something like this that'll put it on and kind of smudge it without having to do too much work. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.